Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video is a short tutorial on the basics of how to do faux or fake calligraphy. This form of writing is a really cool way of spicing up your notes, cards, titles, etc. to make them look prettier and more organized. And the best thing is that it doesn't require the expertise and tools as brush calligraphy. In this video, I'll split the process into three main steps: the font, outlining, and variation. I hope you enjoyed this video and find it useful in beginning to learn calligraphy. Now let's begin. So the first step is to know how to use a fancy font. This is basically loopy handwriting. Here I'm writing the alphabet in this font, which I usually use when doing faux calligraphy, but there are other variations which you can learn after knowing the basics. So now, the second step is outlining. This makes the writing pop out and look more like calligraphy. What we have to do is outline the downstroke. So say when I was writing this A, I wrote it this way, and this line goes downwards. And when we curve that back up, this line goes upwards. Then I did this line, which just went downwards like that. So what I want to do is draw another line like this, a straight line, just in the inside of the downstroke. So say when I go back here, up here, I won't do anything. When I go back down this way, I'll do another straight line. Make sure that these outlines are equal thicknesses or it'll just look weird. And also, it doesn't matter on which side you do the outline. I usually do it based on how much space I have. So I'll show that further in the third step. Now I'm going to outline the rest. Finally, let's move on to the variation step. This is simply ways you can vary the font and outlining to make the calligraphy look different, say to suit different themes and occasions. So let me start with the normal letters I showed you. So let's say I write summary notes. So I'll just write it in the normal font. So I used a normal ballpoint pen for this. And now I'll just outline it, just do a medium outline like this and just colour it in with the black pen. Like that, and let's add a nice underline, and that's done. Now the second way I'll show you is similar to this, but it's just in a more messy and carefree way. So let's say I write beautiful, so I'll use the same ballpoint pen and I just won't focus too much on the way I'm writing the letters, like that. So it's the same letters, but it's just a bit more messy. And then say this one, I'll just do a normal outline, but I won't colour it in. Or, in this third way, you can do it really loopy. So this won't be in a straight line, this will go like up and down, up and down. So let's write birthday. I'll start off with the B and do the B at an angle and exaggerate the loop. So for example, like that. And I'll just do a really big curve like that. And now I don't want it all to be in the same line, so I'll just do a small eye like that and dot it. And now when I loop the R, I'll bring it down a lot like that. And now I'll just do a normal T, loop the H, but I'm going to drag the H down like that, and then do a normal D circle and then elongate this way, normal A, and I'm going to do a really big loop for the Y. And for the T, I'm just going to just exaggerate that curve. Okay, and the way I'm going to outline this is not by using the same pen but using these fine liners. So I'm going to do this in a rainbow color and just do this normal outline like this. So now the fourth way will basically be shortening the letters so they're all similar length and squashing them. So I'll just use a normal ballpoint pen for this again, and I'll write sunshine. So I just want to make sure all the letters, whether they're ascenders or descenders, I want them to be the equal height. So say I write this, and I want to make sure the joinings between letters are like straight lines and not really loopy, say like this one. And I want to give this a relatively fat outline. And for this one, I'll just use a yellow highlighter to colour in. This next one I'm going to do is one I use a lot personally in my posters, and it's probably a really typical one you see in a lot of places. So say I'm doing maths notes. Let me start off with a purple highlighter. I'll just write maths in block capital, and I'll space it evenly and make sure they're like even sizes. Now just with a normal pen again, I'm going to write maths again, but I'm going to make sure it's really short and really tiny and long, so you get what I mean when I write it. So I'll start off here and then write M, where the M is, A, T, oops, this is a bit early, but doesn't matter. And now the T, I'll just do a tiny loop, and I'll just outline it really tiny, just colouring it like that, just so you can make obvious what the letters are. Yeah, and that's a really nice way to do titles. Sometimes even I just go back with the highlighter and outline just the bottom half of the highlighted part. Now another way I'll show you, and this is if you're confident enough that you can do it at one go, I'll be writing straight using this, and I won't use any black pen to outline. So let's say I write the word congrats. So I'll just write congrats first in like a normal font. Now what I want to do is outline straight using this pen. And now I'm just going to thicken these joining lines. I think I'll just elongate that T a bit, like that, cross it over. Let's let that dry a bit, and after it's dried, I'll just go back with our normal ballpoint pen and just outline the outside. But this is literally just that border of the blue part, so I'm not going to cross it or anything. Okay, so now with this pen again, I'll go over the sides to add more shadow. So I'm just only going to do this in the top left sides. If you want, you can just go back with the normal black pen and just add like a line and 2 dots at the edge. This would also look nice with a white pen. It'll make it look like it's shining. But for now, I'm just using a black pen. And that's our word congrats done. Okay, so another way I'll do a variation is going straight with my pencil, and I'll write the word happy. So I'm just going to write this in the normal way. Okay, and now I'll outline this the normal way as well, just a medium outline. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade in the outline in a gradient way. So it's good to have a blunt pencil for this so that your shading comes more smooth. So I'm just lightly going to colour this outline, and now I'll just go on a bit stronger at the top, so my gradient will be dark at the top and at the bottom, and just a bit more dark at the top, and that's pretty much it. So I'll be doing this for the rest of the letters. And what I'll do again is using the blunt side, I'll just add a bit of shadow on the edge. So this is just really lightly. Say I do the shadow, I'll make sure my pencil is blunt first. I'll just do a light shadow. It doesn't have to be most even, just give it some gap from the letters. I'll do a shadow on the left and bottom, like that. That you can rub it out if you've done it too dark, because I'm just doing this in a normal pencil. And you can add like let's write B And that could be a quote in itself. This final way is just doing faux calligraphy in italics. So let's say I write calligraphy. So I'll write this in my fanciest way. Like that. And I'm just going to do a normal thin outline. And what I'm going to do is just colour in the outline with just a dash form, like that. So this is my most poshest way, and all I have to do is just write it really equally and in italics. And so that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope you found it useful in some way. Have a nice rest of the day and see you in my next video. Bye!